Is a Waterfall gem multi-row bypass ring that I'm wearing. Now it's available in different choices of genuine gemstone. I chose to wear it in the black Spinel. I just think that that is so incredibly dramatic. It's like wearing 5 different stacked rings. When you see, by the way, this is crazy comfortable. When you have a ring like this, you know, with a lot of presence, sometimes you're like, I gotta be in the mood for it. I've gotta make sure I'm not pulling a sweater over it that's gonna catch on it. There's none of that. Every detail with Robert and his designs are meticulously created for beauty and of course also wearability. Available in, as I said, the black Spinel that I'm wearing, but I also have 3 other choices and I've got them down here. I've got a multi-gemstone, and these are all genuine gemstones. These are hand-picked genuine gemstones. The Citrine, the Garnet, the Topaz, the Amethyst, and the Peridot. All handpicked. And then we've got, you know, I almost wore this one. That's the white Topaz. And I was like, you know, that goes with everything. It's so amazing. And we also have a created sapphire. I'm gonna give you a warning right away. The most limited, I have 4 dozen, sizes 6, 7, 8, and 9 only. Everything else I have sizes 6 through 12, but the created sapphire you guys went crazy for on hsn.com. A smart deal is like a today's special, but instead of ending at midnight, it's like, well, supplies last, Robert. And this is just a lot of beautiful ring for a very tiny amount of money.
Yeah, you know, so this was so exciting. Imara, our buyer, and I worked on this for so long. We wanted to give you 5 gorgeous, vivid gemstones. We wanted them to be special. You know, when I work with my artisans in Bali, I make sure that when you get your piece at home, you're not only super excited to get a handcrafted piece from one of the most exotic islands in the world by people who absolutely love to make beautiful things, but you've got your solid 18 karat gold fleur-de-lis. Hi, Valerie. I love seeing my friend Valerie. She's also the face of Bali Design. So I don't know if she's committed to that, but she's been my model for so long that I just talk about.
Has she gotten to go to Bali yet, is my question.
No. So now she's going to say, well, if I'm the face of Bali, you should take me.
All right, I don't know if you know this, Robert, but I am Valerie's agent, and I would like to negotiate when we're allowed to leave the house. I'm also her chaperone, which is weird, because I can make sure she stays out of trouble, so I will have to be going along as well.
She's a big girl. Valerie can handle it, but she does want you to come.
Okay, good.
You're a lot of fun, Helen. You can come.
I will only add to the trip.
You'll only add to the trip. And when you come there and you go to my workshops, you'll see how small the workshops actually are. You know, we don't work with big factories. We don't work with assembly lines. There are artisans that literally do their part and then hand it to the next bench where, you know, the polisher will pre-polish, and then it goes to the bezel maker. And the bezel maker fits those beautiful 5 stones that have matched so perfectly by my office and puts them in your stone. And then it goes back to the polisher. He pre-polishes. All those carvings, you'll see 5 bands on this ring, which is pretty spectacular. You have 2 cable bands and 3 carved bands, 2 custom, you know, solid 18 karat gold fleur-de-lis accents on the side, really enhancing the ring and showing that it's elevated. That's a great view of the ring. You really get to see. So you have a Madeira citrine, you have a gorgeous red garnet, not that blackish, inexpensive garnet that some people use, Swiss blue topaz, African amethyst, and a rich, gorgeous peridot. So when you have 5 AAA quality premium gemstones in a ring like this, you would expect it to be obviously double, triple, quadruple the price. Why I've been here for 13 years and why we trained to look at the right camera together. Now I'm just looking at my phone.
Yes.
But it was so much more fun when I was in the studio with you. But, you know, we'll get there soon. I feel like we're getting there soon. But, you know, when we trained together to which camera to look at, et cetera, you asked me, what do you sell? And I said, I design a line in Bali. You got excited. We started talking. You know, I went to comedy school. You're an amazing comedian. So we really, you know, we literally hit it off immediately. But you were also intrigued by the jewelry. You wanted to know more about Bali. So I love that all these years later, we're able to be together today and bring items like this, which are incredible.
You know, and something I wanted to talk about, Robert, because Robert and I chatted on the phone before the show, and I do a lot of coin shows as well, and we talk a lot about the value of silver and then gold, and I don't know if anybody out there watches the commodities market and things like that, but silver and gold have gone up, not like a skosh, but super high, like 25, 35% like quickly. So the benefit of this is these were sourced and purchased a year ago with yesterday's prices. These prices are grandfathered in. So it's not like Robert got up this morning and looked at the stock market and went, oh, I'm gonna triple the price of this. That did not happen. And I bet you that's happening out there in the jewelry market because people are, when you are sourcing silver right now for shows years from now, I don't know if you have enough stockpiled, but I think that I would be very worried about what jewelry prices are gonna do because of how, you know, the gold in this. I mean, this is genuine 18 karat gold, genuine silver, and all of your pieces are substantial. They're not hollowed pieces. So I wanted to point that out.
I can't stand that. You know, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, you don't like that, and he doesn't do that.
Well, I do. I actually have a large gold business as well, where I do very high carat gold for customers. And so they haven't been happy that over the last 6 months, I've had to raise their price 3 times. So with HSN, because we started making these, like you said, 8 months, 10 months ago, almost a year ago from then till now, you know, you are able to take advantage of the older silver price. And to be honest, this is such a tremendous value. Even if it was $129, $159, $199, it would still be a great deal because you're getting what looks like 5 rings in a beautiful waterfall design. I mean, look at it on Valerie. She picked the multicolor. Not surprised. Valerie likes her gemstones. And she has it on her middle finger, which is how my wife Cheryl is going to wear hers. She actually just took the white topaz version because she thought it was more universal and matched back to more of her diamond jewelry and her other silver and gold jewelry. But I say it's whatever color that makes you happy. What is your most flattering color? Is it the navy blue? Is it the black spinel? I mean, the artisan details in this ring are really so gorgeous that when you get it at home, you're going to see, first of all, it is like a cascading waterfall of gemstones. You're going to get different patterns that are hand carved onto the band. You know, I'm your private jeweler. So if you haven't had a private jeweler before, if you're just coming in today for the first time, I'm so happy that you're here. I want you to know that when you get this at home, you can say, Robert made this for me. You know, it's a one-of-a-kind piece that an artisan actually, by hand in Bali, created for my finger in we have it right now. I think we have all the sizes and all the colors. But jump on board today because this is really one of those pieces where you're going to be so happy you bought.
Yeah, and in the blue sapphire, which I will show you, let me kind of grab it so you could take a look. Last call, I have 40 left, 40, sizes 6, 7,
40?
8, and 9, 40. And this is what's called, oh, just 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 9 just went. This is created sapphire. So a created sapphire has all the physical and chemical properties of a natural sapphire. It just wasn't dug out of the ground. It was created in a lab, correct, Robert? Robert?
With the physical properties, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. You beeped out for a second.
Did I? I'm sorry, let me beep back in. So
boop, boop, here's Robert.
So the lab actually starts with the actual seed of corundum, which is the material of sapphire. And they create this. And what's wonderful about the lab is, first of all, we're not mining, we're not wasting, you know, materials, we're not killing the environment. But what we're doing is we're growing something that's actually a sapphire. And this lab created sapphire, I can match colors and I can get clarity that I couldn't get in a cashmere sapphire or in a beautiful, very expensive sapphire. So here, to have 5 pieces, 5 ovals that match beautifully, and I get to pick the color, by the way, which makes me thrilled. You know, did you ever get sapphires, maybe even a princess's ring that you would be familiar with? The sapphire is so dark blue that some people would mistake it for an onyx or a black diamond. So when I do my sapphires, I want to make sure that you get that navy blue, rich gemstone color, and that they're all matched, each of the 5 gemstones, and even in the earrings and the necklace as well.
I know, I wish we had more, but we've only got 6, 7, and 8, only 3 sizes. The multi-gemstone that Valerie's wearing, we have sizes 6 through 12. In the silver work, I'm always like mesmerized by how this is handmade, hand done, and I know that there's a few other, you know, kind of high-end jewelry jewelers that like to go to this Balinese design. But what Robert has done is circumvented the high-end, expensive advertising agency and just focused on the materials and the hand craftsmanship. The high-quality stones, 2.5 carats of gemstones, genuine gemstones in the multi-gemstone. This is genuine black spinel, 2.5 carats, focusing on the quality of the gemstones and the weight of the silver and the gold, and then focusing on the design and the creation. And then this is less than wholesale, to be honest. Wholesale is a whole different thing.
It's true.
This is like literally from Robert's hands to you. I mean, he will fly there, create them, put them in the overhead compartment, and then ship them out. I mean, that's how direct to market. I don't think you can get a better deal on jewelry than if you had a cousin in the jewelry business, as we say.
Well, you know, and even then, by the way, you can't trust your relatives.
No, I do not trust that cousin.
Believe me. I'd rather buy from a stranger sometimes. But to be honest, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So with this ring, which I absolutely love, you know, you're getting it where I actually tapered the back. So when Helen shows you, I'm sure you'll see it better on the big TV screen than mine iPhone. But, you know, we did very much consider everything. So we wanted you to have it where it was comfortable, yet that beautiful, bold look. We wanted you to have something completely unique. You know, I do a lot of bypass rings where there's 2 stones, 1 on each side, and those are wildly popular. You love them. Very often do I get a customer 5-star review, and it becomes a customer pick. When I do a graduated ring, this ring originally had 4 stones. It was a different type of ring, and I thought, I don't know. I was always taught by a master jeweler, everything is odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. So even when I do multiple chains, it's always 1, 3, 5. So I thought, all right, 5 stones, but I don't want them to go straight down. I want them to be a wave. And then I thought, well, all the waterfalls in Bali always inspire me. Everything in Bali revolves around water. And, you know, the rainy season, where you and I might say, oh, I don't want to go to Bali in rainy season, is actually their favorite season of the year, because it feeds all of those rice terraces that you saw in the beginning of this show, where, you know, it rains, the crops are produced, Bali, you know, prospers, and they export the rice. So for me, you know, you hear rain and you're like, bah. But to be honest, they're very, well, you know,
that's the noise day. I make when I see rain.
Do you go blah?
I go blah. I don't like it. And I live in Florida, so that's pretty much every day.
I don't want to get my hair messed up. You know what I mean? Well, I don't want to get this hair messed up. So, you know, in Bali, it rains when it's rainy season. It rains almost every night, so we're sleeping when it rains. So that works out perfectly. And then it's always steamy hot and humid the next day. So that's fantastic. No, it's literally unbelievable. It's paradise.
And I can see why your wife Cheryl picked this one. By the way, I've met Robert's wife and son. They are just delightful. Yay. The whole family is like a bundle of happiness. It's probably because you like 24/7 and beautiful jewelry. I think that's a wonderful way to live. So you bring that joy into your designs.
Listen, Cheryl was here today. I just want you to know how authentic my brand is to HSN. Cheryl was here shipping some orders for HSN today. She's been here all week helping. So in addition to my phenomenal team that we have full-time, Cheryl came in because we're so busy thanks to you. So she was actually, so my wife's hand's on the box, and she ships it to you too. So, you know, we're talking about a family effort here. That's right.
Right. I mean, you could not get more direct from I mean, Robert sources the stone. He'll put the stones down and go through them and pick the ones that are the richest, and the ones he doesn't want, guess what? They're in somebody else's jewelry. That's actually how it works in the jewelry business. They don't go in your ring. That's actually how it works. This is gorgeous, the white topaz.
The white topaz to me looks like, you know, like antique diamonds. They're so beautiful. They're so neutral. And, you know, Colleen Lopez for years has said that my white topaz is the cleanest and the whitest and the most beautiful she's ever seen. And she's been around a long time, you know that.
Yes.
And she knows her jewelry. So for Colleen to say it, and you know, I pride myself in the fact that I only deal with the very best gem dealers in the world, the biggest and the best. The topaz dealer, my topaz dealers in the top 3 in the world. You know, all of my vivid gemstones, they already know, so I don't have to do so much elimination anymore because they already know what I will and will not accept over the last 15 years of buying from them. So when you get your ring, you're gonna have that vivid citrine, that beautiful peridot, that green, clean color, that Swiss blue in the center. You're gonna have that red garnet, not a burgundy, dark black garnet. You're gonna get a gorgeous rainbow of colors for your finger. I mean, just the way you see it on Valerie, and could you imagine it on your finger? It's gonna be so much better for you, so much prettier, and it becomes real life. You're like, how did something so pretty that's made in Bali, 24 hours by plane, God only knows by boat how long it would take to get there, and you know, it's really, it shows you that, you know, centuries old experience brought into modern, you know, culture today can bring you something this gorgeous.
By the way, I didn't even mention what an amazing deal it is. It's our smart deal at only under $100, $33.33 to get home. If you have an HSN card, you get an extra flex payment. So it's only $25 for you to get the ring. And now we do have